Cranking gears.
My name is I am one of the hosts, Midwest Town TV, and I got the other host here,
Mr. Maverick.
Mr. Robert Maverick. His channel will be down in the description down below. Say hi.
How we doing, everybody?
Very good. Very good. But, oops, sorry. I hit my mic on accident with my arm. But, we got some updates for future. We'll give you little teasers of the upcoming episodes that we are planning. We just have to do final dates and whatnot. So, um, we'll post on our community page on YouTube and all our socials. My socials will be in my description box down below. Robert's will be on his description box.
About to say mine's gonna be very limited
So
due to some personal issues that's happened recently.
where there's a lot of things that have happened within the I think month and a half. Is it Robert?
Yeah,
2 months or
a month
from the
and a
last
half.
episode? Yeah.
Because the first episode we did was the right on May, I believe right around May 12th. And it is
Yeah.
June 15th. So
And
nearly a month.
yep. And we'll go into why there was not another one up until now. So, and some other things about other games, stuff like that. So, let's find a load. We are in our log trailers.
Mm.
I am in Black Betty, my W900 with 67,900 miles of my own miles I put on it.
Well, and
Robert over there is in his
I'm saying in the
W900 Legacy Sleeper.
well, I'm saying in the Kenworth W900.
How many miles you got on that sucker?
Well, this current truck has only 4,069 miles on it. So it's still fairly new compared to my other W9 that has 50,000 miles on it.
Nice. So the loads that, depending on how many loads we do, we might do one, depending on how long we want to do this episode. But if we do a long one, there'll be only one. If we do medium, we'll do a small one. But all the loads, I will be making the loads through the TMP job dispatcher. So,
and I'll just follow you to location.
Yep. Even though it's not going to be like, one of those things where it's gonna be a legit pickup, stuff like that. What do you want to do? Large tubes, logs, lumber, utility poles.
So let's do some. Let's say we're in St. Louis, so maybe like utility poles or piping would be realistic.
Java. Hang on a second. Roger, Ducky. Good seeing. Hammer down. Come on.
I almost want to call him the rubber duck, almost.
All right. What were we saying now?
I was saying since we're in St. Louis, I was thinking either utility poles or piping.
All right, we'll go do large tubes.
Alrighty.
Where do you want to go? 2.
I'll say, why don't we do like either a run, either maybe start with like a short run, maybe
Denver.
Like, yeah, we can go to Denver. That's not a bad drive.
All right, then we'll go to the airport.
Oh, that's fine. That's where I dropped off just the other day. Where I did my episode from
from
Houston to Denver.
Nice.
That's where I dropped off last.
All right, let me get the Terra Stone marked. We'll just put it that mark there.
Mm-hmm.
Turn your bloody vapor off.
Stop shopping, zero tower, come on.
Alrighty. Alright, we're gonna follow him to location, but before we just start talking, like on my end, I just wanna go over like oh. Ah. I went to reverse. Alrighty. Gonna follow him. I got gonna get my display. So right now there's a bug in TMP where we pretty much can't see each other's like the cab lights on the W900 Legacy. Hopefully, it's not an SES.
Yeah, we're going to definitely need to give each other some space.
Yeah, that's why I'm way back here.
Come on, truck, stay in. Get in gear. There we go.
Alright. Actually, it feels good to be back on TMP.
Hey, put my glasses on.
So pretty much this
How
episode
bad
is
was
just
I?
going to be news about American trucks and what's coming in the future, and more news. I know a lot of you guys have been looking forward to us talking about Grand Theft Auto 6. I'm looking forward to finally being able to talk about it because I've done a little bit of research,
And
we're going to be talking more about like.
sorry inconvenience to the viewers watching my end. That
He's gonna have a little desync issue.
my gameplay is gonna be a little
Choppy. Like choppy, just a tad.
yeah.
I was about to say it's normally
Because I literally just made update. I just literally updated my drivers before the recording.
Yeah, it normally takes NVIDIA a second to load and everything, but it's also a good test.
And if there's a big leg spike, there might be a big leg spike here and there because I moved my setup.
Oh yeah, you're back in the closet. Speaking of setups, you want me to go into why our episode hasn't come out until now?
Let me make sure my doors are windows. Wait till we get to the pickup.
Alrighty. Let me know what exit you're taking because I'm a little bit far behind you.
Okay.
I also have my head tracking off. Just because like I don't want to deal with the headache of it today.
Yeah.
Or I just had a
go towards Memphis. Exit 290.
take 290 or go straight.
No, exit 290.
Alright.
So just keep left.
Alright. Getting over. Yeah. Alright, now I'm coming back into your bubble. Surprisingly, ATS is running smoother than ever.
Yeah.
Because on my end, I have the I think it's through Windows where it shows like my FPS, playtime, my network, and how much my CPU is using.
Oh, that's a NVIDIA thing.
Yeah, I have that turned on, and it's doing the trick. Or I can just monitor my hardware.
174A.
174A.
Yep.
That's 175. Stay safe, driver. Okay, 174B.
And when you make that turn, just keep left to go straight. When you make that little right thing there.
You said 174B, right?
A.
God dang it, I took B. I'll flip a U-turn.
asshole.
Well, it is in my name. Don't wear it out, though. I'll find the nearest exit to flip a U-turn.
Let the bitch.
I can't when there's a Jersey barrier right along the entire route.
Bunny hop it, like Pika. Tony Hawk it.
I'm not like Pikachu.
Grind it like you mean it.
No, I can't even flip a U if I wanted to. Because I got nothing but Jersey barriers and fences. Now, I'm not gonna damage my legacy just like that.
Yeah.
So I have
You
to
there?
find a place to flip. Which is gonna be a minute.
That gives me time to do this.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can find a place to flip, but it doesn't help when there's like fencing along this highway that I'm on.
Yeah.
But it's at least good that this truck now has the CB, but now they need to fix the cab lights.
I think they broke it with the cab lights.
What,
When
CB?
they put yeah, when they put the CB in.
Yeah, well, hopefully they fix it before the 155 update.
And that's another thing we'll go into.
Well, it's a major thing to go into the 155 update in the newest state that they revealed, which I'm finally excited for.
Let's talk about that. So, when I know I read it and looked at it, but when it came out, but I've been so busy lately. Just explain what exactly.
So pretty much what we're getting after Iowa, Louisiana, and Illinois is the great state of South Dakota, which I'm extremely excited for because that opens the door for them to probably do North Dakota right after that and finish up the Midwest. So then that opens the door for Michigan and Wisconsin.
Minnesota.
Along with Minnesota.
Because technically, you could call Minnesota and Wisconsin Midwest. Because if you're from like the East Coast, like Maine or New York or Jersey,
Or Pennsylvania, where I'm originally from.
and Pennsylvania's over here.
I mean, Pennsylvanians aren't bad. But
I
I'm
want
waiting
the
for the day when
Philadelphia
they do-
cheesesteak.
Like, I'm waiting for the day when they do Pennsylvania because I would love to see if they do like Pittsburgh and Philadelphia, like those big major cities.
So
It's
most
gonna be
likely they will.
condensed.
Yeah, they might. Most likely they will. But even if they don't right away, they will eventually put those in with their each revamp they do.
Yeah, like I'm looking forward to like. I'm gonna be honest, like I honestly think that Iowa is coming out maybe within the next month or two. For how close that they are, for it to be done with the gameplay video already out, and with the 155 update releasing soon. Or well, it's not even in beta yet, but there's just news on the 155 update.
Yeah.
Which I'm kind of bummed out that they're doing something that I guess would be done, but like you have something that's been safe since 2016.
Like what?
The Peterbilt 389 and the 579. Those two trucks deserve love. I get that they want to maybe redo the Cascadia, the newest one that we just got. Did you take this exit up here? Exit 2?
Which one is it?
Exit
I don't
to?
know.
Well, I'm trying to figure out where you are.
So I took a. So you can't go over the bridge. So you only have a to. You only could go right.
Oh,
Then
I
take
see.
another
I
right.
see where you're at. You're at the terraform over there.
Yes, I am, you driver. Get your butt over here, come on.
I'm rolling my butt that way. It just took me a minute with the detour because I took the wrong exit. Give me a
Stop
little
on the
more,
pickup.
I mean, it gives me a little more drive time.
That is true. I've been sitting here for 2 hours. Come on.
Oh, quit jerk complaining. Alright, let me come over and get the same load as you.
Alright, I'm going in to pick it up.
Alright.
I just waited for you.
Well, let me grab the load before you go in.
Well, then I have to pick it up, I think. Because I'm picking up in green, but I don't know if it's going to let you pick up in green.
Urgency, urgent.
Can't find it, grind it, eh?
That. Huh. Take random cargo, da. Why he not let me? Large tubes.
Oh, great. This is going to be a... Is this a back end, or...
Copy current job. Urgent.
Gotta back up here.
Use current trailer. Take job immediately. And we are doing. Now let's find out where I'm going. Back into the underground warehouses. Haven't been down here in a minute. But like, so what I was just saying, like, I'm just point on my point of view here, is that ATS has come a long way. I'm excited for South Dakota. Why? To be able to take my truck and to go take a picture of it in front of Mount Rushmore, like one of America's iconic
Give me
features.
like a minute, and then I'll let you know when I get there. And
I can
back.
Like, it's one of America's iconic landmarks. There's so much history behind it. I'm looking forward to it, but also this is not just about
You should be
America.
able to pick up. Nah.
Where am I picking up from?
Where are you parking?
Right next to you over here.
10. Yeah, I'll put it on the here. Denver International Airport.
Well, we're
So,
gonna make a repeat of the
I
trip
believe
that I
we
did.
might be going to the back part where the cargo is, but I'm not quite sure.
Alright, let me make sure the truck's not rubbing against that concrete. I'm a little bit hot. The trailer wasn't quite fully.
You ready? I thought you were ready.
There we go. Alright, now we're gonna go ahead and get loaded up. So this is a little different style. Like, we're still gonna learn how to make this podcast better. But I know a bunch of you viewers have been looking forward to this podcast. But also I want to just throw out some news about some things I'm gonna be testing in the water, see if you guys like it. I'm gonna continue I'm narrowing down the channel to just doing American Truck Sim. Microsoft Flight Sim will test with Microsoft Flight Sim 24, with Farming Sim 25. We're going to continue to push ATS. I might do a sub-series on Euro Truck Sim as well. And then we'll have episode 8 of the Twisted series coming out. Yeah, I would say tomorrow if I can get it recorded today, June 15th. There should be a couple episodes out for you guys to enjoy throughout the week. But let's go ahead and get going. Got our time. And let's roll out.
You ready, Jar?
Go!
I am.
Got my logging account on this truck too. But it's actually, this truck is kind of just perfect.
Let's get into the topic of the latest updates of ATS.
Probably the latest news that I have seen is them revealing in the 1.5 update, the update that they're doing to the 2025 Freightliner Cascadia. Adding in more cab options, making the truck a little bit more customizable. I haven't fully read into those details of what's coming into it because I'd rather be left with a surprise.
Yeah.
And then with also the reveal of South Dakota, which caught me completely by surprise, because normally after they announce one state, they're normally silent for a couple of months, and then they say, okay, this is your next state. I'm surprised that after 2 months we get the details that South Dakota is what's coming out
Take it right up
after
here.
Illinois.
Yeah.
Which I'm excited to be able to take a truck and go park in front of Mount Rushmore
Turn left.
when that comes out, because that's like one of America's iconic landmarks in the Midwest. And we're also getting to the point where, like with Iowa, you're in the middle of the United States. So you're reaching that middle marker. Louisiana, I'm looking forward to the quick trip down into like the swampy beds. I feel like maybe with Louisiana we might see like a little more dirt roads.
Taking the left on the highway here.
Yeah.
Keep left.
And I hope that's what we see,
And then
because
turn left.
Louisiana is like one of those states where it's swampland, but you also have like an iconic city like
Turn left.
New Orleans, which has a lot of cultural history behind it. I hope that SCS captures that culture that's down there. Because it's like one of the cultural cities out there, especially when it comes to music.
Yeah. So, I'm going to explain something here real quick
Keep right.
Yeah, go for
to
it.
both of our ends. So when I'm talking on a CB,
Exit
when I
right.
know that it's not part of the conversation we're doing, I'm still listening. But since I am the leader, I'm going to try to give updates without having to like interrupt through how we're talking right now. Not on CB, if that makes sense.
But kind of like while I'm muted, I'm kind of like listening and also giving like details, just updates about what's going on.
Yep.
But like,
I had my. Go ahead.
well, I was gonna say going back to like the ATS updates that's coming out. Like, I'm surprised that SCS has revealed a little bit more than what they normally do in between state DLCs.
Yep.
So I feel like they're ramping up production on these
Steering.
final DLCs.
Yep.
That's just my guess. But who knows? They've got like a lot of projects on hand. Not
That
just
is
for
true.
ATS, but for Euro Truck Sim as well.
I'm going 61.
And 4.
So we're not like rushing through all these runs.
But like
Do
going,
you think SCS will ever get to the 389 and 579?
I mean, if they're gonna do the 389 and the 579, they'll probably do a pack like Kenworth W900, like a tuning pack. Like
Yeah.
those trucks have not been touched since the game came out almost 10 years ago. It's been 10 years. Like
Sadly.
all the, well, 10 years since 2016. It's been 9 years.
Yeah.
But like the Peterbilt 389 deserves some love. Like I would love to see the 389X makes its appearance, and maybe some different cab options for 389. Maybe tie in the 589.
Mm-hmm.
Like Peterbilt just deserves to have that love, and it's just not getting it. Like over the last couple of years, we've seen Kenworth get a bunch of updates, Mac, and Cascadia.
Yep. And Mac just got the Pinnacle too.
Yeah, Mac got the Pinnacle like a
beginning
while ago.
end of last at the end of 2024, I think.
Yeah, right around the end of 24, Mac got the Pinnacle and the Black Anthem Black Edition, and then Kenworth just got the Legacy, and then we had the International. They got their updates back in early 24.
And then the Gen 2 T680, but they
Yeah.
need to do more work on that one.
Yeah, that is true. The
'Cause
Gen
I don't-
2
I-
needs some work. Like its own
Yeah,
like tuning pack and whatnot.
That, and I don't want to, for the T680 Gen 2, T680, I don't want to go in to the truck files and put the horsepower, the config in to make it 625 with 18 speed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, with
they
the,
should already
CAT
put that in.
625
'Cause-
horse.
Yeah, because in real life, you have that option.
Yeah, you have that and the Cummins.
Not a 605 or whatever it is.
It's a 605 horsepower Cummins. But
And that's
it'd also
all.
be nice to also have the option of the Detroits as well. And the Packard motors. Because it is a
You want-
Packard truck.
You want to stop at scales or bypass them?
Let's keep it realistic and stop at the scale.
Send our guy really.
Like, as, like, going back, like, Kenworth, Peterbilt, they're all Packard trucks, along with Cascadia and International. I don't know about Mac.
Yeah.
Because I think Mac is their own separate thing, but I know Cascadia is I believe use a Packard motor as well.
65,000.
Dang. Well, my load is 28,665 pounds, so let's see how much it weighs with the truck. I am 65,008 pounds.
Damn.
I think I'm a little bit lighter than you.
I think so.
Like, I would love to also see, like, more engine options. But, like, I feel like it's just time for Peterbilt to have their turn with updates. Like,
I totally agree.
Like, SCS keeps doing videos about Peterbilts, but yet they haven't done anything with them.
Maybe could they be waiting for a 155?
Well, in 155, they've only revealed about the Cascadia. And that's it.
We're
Nothing
gonna go
really about
72.
Peterbilt.
Yeah.
And, like, I love the Peterbilt 389. Like, it's just been a really long time. And if you want to modify, you have to download a mod pack. But those
Lag.
expire every so often. I am nowhere near.
There we
it.
go. Alright. I just said it just because. Alright. Yeah. I'm just.
I mean, Kenworth is probably done getting updates for a while with the Legacy. Since they are no
What I
longer...
really. Yeah, you know what I really want to see?
What?
Is the apartment sleeper.
Well, I know one other truck that we're getting is Kenworth, yes. The W990. But, like, the question is, when is that coming out? We don't know.
Correct.
It could probably be this fall, since now we're in the summer season.
I got 72 set. Good luck.
I was doing like 56.
The speed limit's 70, so I'm just doing 2 over.
Yeah, it's like ATS has a lot of good updates coming out in the future, but some I would love to see soon. But
Sooner than later, yeah.
yeah, like the Peterbilts, they really need an update. They really do. Like
Yeah.
seeing like different, like especially going to Project Road Trip. That's also a cool change to see, to be able to take a break from driving an 18-wheeler. And
Isn't
take
that supposed to?
It's gonna be its own
Sorry.
separate DLC.
Isn't that supposed to come out in the next update or no?
No, I think from what I've seen, it's early 2026. Because recently they have been looking for people who own those certain type of vehicles that they want to record the sound to. Be able to record the sound, like, I already know they have the vehicles modeled. No matter of getting the sounds set up and then have
Why
that.
not
be
go to
tested.
dealerships?
Like, it's a cool idea, like, to take a break from driving your truck, to explore these DLCs. Like, there's a lot of Easter eggs to discover. Especially with the more states that come out, there's just never really enough time to bask in the scenery.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you kind of can do that, like, if you had, like, a paid mod where, like, John Ruta's Dodge 2019 Dodge Ram 3500, or some other payware mods that you can pay someone on Facebook to get. But in my opinion, that just seems a little sketchy.
Well, at the same time, that's just how they make their.
It's how they
You
make
gotta
their
remember,
money,
it So having a website, you have to pay to have a website
Unless,
for the domain
True.
name.
unless you make your own, then it's cheaper that way.
But you still have to pay for it though too.
That's true.
You know
You
what I
gotta pay like company like I know of a couple. I just can't think of one.
Yeah.
Like there's a time like where I'm thinking like where I want to actually like create my own merch, like sell T-shirts, mugs, like limited time stuff. Once I can grow a little bit more, like I would love to do that type of thing. It would be awesome. And maybe make merch for the podcast in the future.
Yeah.
It would be cool to have like a mug that you put on your desk of like our logo on it, or a coffee cup, or a plushie.
A plushie.
I mean, it would be cool.
Yeah,
to admit.
it would. Then if we end up getting like out there, we don't have to handle all this stuff. We could maybe, for example, go to bunker branding and shit like that.
I think it would be fun to sell like merch.
Yeah.
Like as we continue to grow and produce these episodes. Because I'm gonna be honest, like I don't know if I said in the last episode, but the reason why I wanted to actually do this podcast is because it was my stepdad Josh's idea back in 2021.
Yeah.
And it's like generally this time of year is kind of hard just because it's coming up to 4 years since he passed
Yeah.
from a rare cardiac event. He was a good man.
So should I go into we got a ways to go coming up, hang on.
Another way scale? Didn't we just stop at one?
Yeah.
Easily.
Did you get red lit?
I mean, I'll let you know in a second. I'm just coming up to it. I was a mile behind.
Just passing.
You want me to go into details about why episode 2 is being recorded now?
Yeah.
Well, it's actually a funny story, though.
Okay.
Is that so? Since the recording of episode 1, like my PC has decided I'm gonna start randomly just triggering the safety mechanism, which is the blue screen of death. And it took me over the last month until
exit right.
until yesterday.
Exit.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay.
So like it took
A
me
little
to
too
the last
high.
month because it was my other SSD hard drive that was just causing the trigger. Because for whatever reason the partition size on it was not set to 1 terabyte. So I had to go through and ensure that it was set back to the right size. It seems like now that I fixed it, things are running the way that they should.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing, which means that some of the
You
other-
want 35 that goes into the 70.
Yeah, I see that. I have my GPS yelling at me where to go. I wish that there was a way that TMP can integrate like Z-Mods' GPS in. Where you don't have to use these ATS GPS because I really like the Garmin. It's realistic.
Yeah.
I would also like to see a feature where we can have a dash cam in the truck as well.
Like, what do you mean by that?
Like, you know how in your car you can have a dash cam that records everything around you?
Yeah.
Like, if you're not recording a video or something, you could just have the dash cam running and it just, like, somehow sends your footage just to your drive and it stores it.
Yeah.
And then you can, like, post that as footage. Like, you don't want to make, like, extensive video.
Yeah, that is a good idea.
I mean, it would be cool for like a mod or something like that to be implemented, but that's
Yeah.
kind of coding, and you need the model
Keep left.
as well. The model.
And then turn left.
But it's like,
Turn left.
just going back to that, it's just funny that it was just that drive the entire time that was causing issues.
And is that why I was doing like the blue screen?
Yep, because when I went to go delete the partition size, it blue screened my computer. I'm like, well, that's the root cause I've been looking for since like probably June 2nd.
I keep left there.
That is
where
true.
I finally just wiped the entire drive, set it back to 1 terabyte, re-put Call of Duty on it, ran it for 5 hours. 5 hours
And what
yesterday.
did you have it on?
I think it was set to like 2 terabytes.
By default?
By default, it's a 1 terabyte, but I changed the size to get more storage, which probably wasn't a smart idea. Technically jailbreaking it, but which breaks the drive eventually.
I keep left there.
Bad boy.
Well, now it's fixed and it's just gonna stay that way. So I'll probably eventually just buy another, maybe another SSD for everything else. Maybe like 2 to 3 terabyte drive. But who knows?
Alright, on the another part of the update is we're going to have I'm in talks with a YouTuber that has 3.5 plus million subscribers on YouTube.
5.3 million subscribers.
Yeah.
Because I just looked at it a couple days ago, that's why. I asked because I wanted to do some digging to see who I'm actually talking to. Probably have some background information.
5.63.
Because to be honest, I never heard of the guy until now.
I've been telling you about him for so long.
Yeah, I just never
What?
really bothered to look up the channel until now.
Yeah, so I'm just going to say this. You'll understand, both of our audiences and hopefully his audience.
I have some folks who'd be excited
Yeah,
because I
but
have a couple.
how I know, because that episode is going with him, this said YouTuber, right? It ain't going to be no lousy bloody hour.
I'm about to say it's gonna be a good video, but it's
Going to
like
be
your-
a
our
collab,
traditional-
basically.
It's not gonna be like our traditional
Yeah.
version here doing ATS.
Let's just put it this way. For the first time ever of the podcast series, you're going to see my face and Robert's face of the podcast series. Even though my channel knows what I look like.
My channel
but for
knows
the
what I look
podcast
like
wise?
as well.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be amazing what's gonna be happening. Like, I've met one famous person in my life. It's kind of cool to finally meet another. Or I can say I have these connections.
I got a green light, just bypass it.
Like, the first person I met is the famous wrestler Hulk Hogan.
Yep.
Am
And I was going to
really
see him
a
when he came to
WWE?
Mars Cheese Castle in Racine. But
Well,
I couldn't,
met
'cause I was
when
going to
he
live in
was
Stones.
advertising his new alcoholic beverage.
that's what he was
year
doing
ago.
here.
Yeah. It was actually
But
last
anyways.
summer. Last June.
Yeah.
By around this
So-
days when I met him. And
Have
dude,
you...
he's a cool
Go
guy.
ahead.
Am I
Yeah.
a fan of WWE? No, but it's kind of cool to learn a little bit.
But the thing is with WWE,
It's entertainment purposes, yes.
yes, but what you see on camera, what they're talking smack and everything, is scripted. But whatever happens in that ring, going off the ropes, stuff like that, taking the bumps, getting those chops. It's not
scripted,
fake.
Yeah.
The moves and them taking bumps and stuff is not scripted. The whole match is scripted, yes, but the getting hurt and you seeing those red marks on their bodies from those chops, especially Gunther, his chops.
We're gonna
Oh
just
my
go ahead and
God.
bypass this one.
You know what I mean? All that stuff and injuries are real. Look at what's going on now. John Cena is not a babyface anymore. He's heel. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, he's been around for so many years now.
And he's actually enjoying it. He was on a podcast before. That's not a WWE appearance, because if it was a WWE appearance, he would have to stay in character.
Yeah.
Somewhat, because he's one of those people that Triple H, which is Paul Levesque, and WWE don't care because he's been around, especially Undertaker and Brock Lesnar, stuff like that. It's very interesting watching his storyline right now. Put it that. But getting back to the YouTubers thing, I've known this YouTuber since 2013. So that's all I'm giving away. If you guys want to guess who it is, drop a comment down below and hit that like button. And don't forget to hit the red button. That's the red subscribe button. We're waiting for you guys to hit that button and give us a like and hit that notification bell. We'll wait.
Yeah, most people would probably take a guess. Like, it'd be like, oh, it's Mr. Beast or some of those other guys. It's like, yeah, no, we're not.
I'll give you a hint. This person does know Mr. Beast, and that's all the hint I'm giving you.
Well, I kind of hinted when I said basketball earlier.
Yeah, that's all. We're not giving no more hints.
I was about to say, there's a lot of people who probably do like basketball type videos.
Yep.
But we're not going to say who it is. We'll just say it's a very special episode.
And I'm basically like almost a family friend because I do Special Olympics with one of his family members. Leave it as that.
I'm about to say that will be like, I mean, the way I see it, like, someone like that would definitely kind of maybe spark a little bit of, like, his subscribers coming over checking out our stuff, which kind of would boost our numbers a little bit.
Yep.
And it's, like, cool to get people like that who can help, like, small, like, YouTubers and streamers like us who do things every once in a while, kind of, like, start to grow and exceed and get tips and tricks, or let's say, like, how to work around a YouTube algorithm. Because that thing is difficult to do. Because you just have to narrow down your channel. Like, for myself, like, for so many years, I kept doing things like FS22, ATS, 5M, like, having too many games. For now, I'm at the point, as I'm now getting older, where I want to narrow it down to things that actually do pretty well, like things that actually get views, like American Truck Simulator, and then testing the water with a couple other games. Well, some other games that we play are just live streams, like Call of Duty, Liar's Bar. I'd say Farming Sim 25 could work as both a video and a live stream. Just depending on what we did
Yeah.
and when. So I guess most things like you do nowadays is just testing the waters and seeing what do people actually want to watch and not what's popular. Like 2020 kind of like boosted things. That's also just because people were at home, they had nothing to do, and now you're seeing.
And then my internet
later.
sucked all the time because everyone was like in the vicinity that has the same carrier as us,
Oh.
and depending on how big a radius people are on like that, to us, will also dictate on how much we get for like streaming stuff like that.
Well, like, I used to have that problem where I rotated my bed and my desk 90 degrees to where with my desktop now facing like my extender, I no longer have the need to actually physically put one in my bedroom because I'm getting like really good speeds. I'm actually staying stable with the ping, which is surprising. I've not hit 90 once. I've stayed in the 70s.
Actually, you were at 130 sitting in a truck stop earlier before we left.
For me, I never hit 100.
Well, for me it was.
Yeah. But other than
But
that,
anyways.
like, I've had like no problems.
Yeah. So, on that topic of other games, GTA 6, the second trailer has come out. I didn't see it because I've been so busy. When the trailer, the week or the day of the trailer that came out, that it came out, we were going to record it that day. This podcast that you're listening to and watching to right now. We were literally going to record
And explain our
the day
thoughts
of.
with it, but now we're like a couple weeks past just because like scheduling, tech problems.
and working
Wi-Fi.
and me it's the
Personal.
summertime, I got other things going on, and
But now like we can get into the nitty gritty about like trailer 2.
yep.
Like I have most of the information from what I've seen, like starting off with the delay for GTA 6, like the reason why it was delayed is from a former Rockstar dev. They were stating like the reason why it's delayed a year to May 26th, 2026 is because they want to go through and polish off the online version for GTA 6. Like the storyline is completely done. And they just want to polish that because they don't want to have the same issues that they ran into like over what 13 years ago with GTA 5 online when it released in October of 2013, where you got hundreds of people's on, very few missions, and servers were crashing out, if I remember correctly.
I think so, but
So we're,
the thing is, good.
well, as I was going to say, to where Rockstar is working on polishing that to prevent that type of issue. They want to have plenty of missions for people to enjoy when the full game releases on that date. There might be a chance that they might push it back. I know there's a lot of games that are coming out in 2026, but the one game that's going to take that spotlight away is Grand Theft Auto 6. They've only been working on it since
You never know.
2018.
I to add to that, I personally, I cannot say, or I should say, I don't think we should say that's a guaranteed that's going to take the #1 spot.
Well, that's
Because there's
what
other games
everyone
that
is
came out in a
predicting.
year, like in certain years, right? That my friend Midwest Dan thought was going to take #1 over like Street Fighter.
Yeah, true.
But Street
It
Fighter
just
took over
depends
the
on
#1.
genre. But, I'm
But
saying,
depending-
like, GTA 6, though.
I know that. I'm talking about like I want to see it number one, but I believe in like waiting
Maybe number one in
I'll believe
sales.
it when I see it. I just don't want to say that it's I know for a fact kind of way.
Well,
But I
probably for
don't wanna
console
do that.
being number one. But one game that I'm looking forward to that's also been announced for 2026. And you know how like I've been playing the Forza series?
Yep.
That another Forza has been announced. We don't know quite yet from Xbox whether it's Forza Horizon 6, which I guarantee is going to be coming out right around the same time as GTA 6, or even the fall of 2026. But the Forza franchise has been really good. Like, I've been playing all the games since the first one came out back in 2012. The original Forza Horizon, where it takes place in Colorado. Then in 2012 you got Horizon 2, which takes place in France. Horizon 3 in 2016 in Australia. And then in 2018 you have Forza Horizon 4, which is in Great Britain. And now we have Forza Horizon 5, which has been out for 4 years since November 2021 in Mexico.
I want to see Canada.
Yeah. Well, people are speculating that Horizon 6 might take place in Tokyo. And there's a reason for that. It's because Japan is heavily big in the car culture. Not just with Tokyo drifting, but cars in general.
Yeah.
They have a huge culture around them. And it kind of makes sense for a next installment to be there. But we just don't know the actual location quite yet. Sure, there are a bunch of leaks out there, but most of them are probably not true quite yet. So we're just gonna have to wait and see. That's a game like I'm looking forward to have.
Yeah,
fun
we could
with.
talk more when it gets closer.
Well, I'll probably
When
just
more info comes out. Because there's
updates.
not much, there's not
like-
much info yet for the new Forza yet, I don't think.
No, there isn't. And generally, Playground Games is good about throwing out teasers like Forza Horizon 5 has pretty much come to the end of its lifespan. As far as updates go, there's no more updates since it released the PS5. Sure, there's probably a couple bug fixes, but that's about it. They haven't added in any new cars or anything. Which kind of gives you the hint that they've already been working on the sequel to the game.
Yeah.
And it would kind of be nice, like, maybe in Forza Horizon 6, kind of like one of the updates that they did for Horizon 5, where you kind of have, like, a festival site, but for all the previous games, just for the nostalgia. Because honestly, I enjoy the Forza franchise a lot. But going back to GTA 6, now though, trailer 2 has a lot to actually break down. From when I watched it, like, you kind of start to watch, like, the beginning, you kind of get to see, like, more of the characters. Like, that day when trailer 2 dropped, not only did Rockstar drop that trailer, but they also dropped a ton of screenshots as well. Along with each character in their descriptions. Like, we know the two main protagonists is Jason and Lucia, which are kind of like a Bonnie and Clyde couple. For
Which we don't know, we don't technically know if it's going to be a Bonnie and Clyde story.
Well, it kind of gives off Bonnie and Clyde vibes, but we won't.
Yes,
know
it gives off the
until-
vibes, but we physically don't know until the game releases.
Yeah, and on that day in 2026. Like, I'm looking forward to GTA 6 in the future of what it has for the series.
Can I add something to how what you're saying about they pushed it back another year
Yeah, go for
to
it.
the online thing? So with add into that online thing, even if when they want to wait to release the full game completely till it's all polished up and 100%, it's not going to be all polished and 100% on release. There's always going to be the same issues that they had in 5 online, GTA 5 online, as it will have the same issues in GTA 6 online. It doesn't matter if they have to polish it out and they want to do that, which they're doing right now, but it doesn't I don't understand why they're doing that when who in the world is going to test this stuff? We're the ones that test the stuff and they get feedback on it.
Well, the thing
So how
is,
can they know what's working and what's not?
The funny thing that you say that is that I actually saw a post from Rockstar the other day hiring game testers for one of their
Why would they
offices.
want to hire? Do it for free. Keep the money. They're money hungry.
Well, the thing is,
So why are you trying to make more jobs? Yes, which would be good, but I would do it, but I would not want to do that for Rockstar.
No, one,
Because what happens if they do us dirty
well, true.
or other people dirty?
No, I've actually been thinking, I've been talking to family members about doing game testing, like certain game companies will actually send you, the console and the game to actually test. You create videos on it, give your feedback, you can write up a report, you send it back to the company. They kind of like what some of us are doing right now for Wreckfest 2 on PC. But I'm thinking about wanting to get into being a game tester because you can make some good, decent extra.
But there's a downfall on that one. There is a downfall on that one. You have to beat the whole game in order to get paid. You have to beat it.
Maybe.
You just
I
can't.
would
No,
say
you have to because I looked into it because I was going to do it.
I mean, I wouldn't mind doing it. If I'm doing it for the money, and I find certain bugs and stuff, I'll report it. But that's gives you the enjoyment of playing the game.
What happens if you get stuck on something, right? Because there's no tutorial videos because it's still in development.
Well, that's where you learn how you do it, and you create the video yourself, to where you're technically the first one.
But then I get that.
There's a lot of details that go into it. I'd have to do more research on it. But it's something that I've thought about doing, and I would love to.
But a lot of game testers went to school for gaming design.
I can't live there.
Well, yeah, it kind of depends on the company. If they're looking for the average Joe who just spends time actually playing a game, and you throw in an application, maybe they'll hire you, maybe they won't.
I'm entering server.
Yeah, I am stopping at the scales right now. But there's a lot of detail that goes into game testing. But going back into talking about the details of trailer 2, there's so many features that could have been implemented
Jesus, my ears.
Being implemented in GTA 6 and what was in GTA 5. When you watch the trailer, you can see actual reflections, trees, objects, light reflection bouncing off the hood. Your car mirrors are actually finally clear. Drinks like sodas, alcohol.
Hold it thought. Just so you know, you got trucks coming your way, and they will pique your ears. So be ready.
Well, well duly noted, but going back to that though, GTA 6 trailer 2, like you see a lot of different physics changes, and most of those physics changes came from Red Dead 2, the engine that made that, which they made more advanced and more detailed. Which I'm looking forward to hoping maybe in 2027 if it comes out on PC to do some videos and streams on that.
Yeah, so
Hopefully.
there's that part I want to get into on why it is going to console first.
Well, it's because most of their profit comes from consoles and they only get a small sum from Steam and other companies that sell
Well,
it.
GTA 6 is a PS5 exclusive game. It's a PlayStation exclusive. So PlayStation getting it first before Xbox and PC.
And we also know that GTA 6 runs on the normal PS5. Because that's what trailer 2 was filmed on.
Well, the normal PS5 is a next-gen console,
Yeah.
so that's why it works.
Or it's not going to come out for PS4, Xbox One. They're outdated and they wouldn't even handle the graphic changes anyway.
Correct.
It's like a sad downside because I still have my Xbox One. I love it. It plays certain games pretty well, but it was good for its time.
Yeah.
And it was. But like definitely like the physics changes, like when it comes to like the certain characters, you can like see like certain
And
movements
then Overdrive.
that are like explicit, but it's very noticeable when you're watching the trailer.
Yeah.
And it's highly recommended to go watch it to see all the details for yourself.
Keep right.
But there is definitely a lot to pick through. Like, there's a lot of, like, I've noticed new and old and returning vehicles as well.
Like what ones?
Well, like going through the first trailer, you kind of like see a couple of the vehicles from GTA 5, but you see a bunch of like newer like police cruisers
Yeah.
and whatnot. So I think GTA 6 is not just going to be like another Grand Theft Auto game. It's also probably going to be like roleplay oriented as well.
It's going to be. At least that's
Because,
what they were saying.
Because like 5M's popularity has been around since 2013, 14, give or take.
Yeah.
And sure, they've had their struggles for years until Rockstar finally bought them out a couple of years ago. But 5M's still around, but the question is that I honestly have been asking myself for a couple months, how much longer is 5M going to survive after GTA 6 releases?
Yeah.
Because we've been in Los Santos for 12, 13 years now. And is 5M going to get integrated with GTA 6? Or is it going to stay integrated with GTA 5 with a whole new like setup?
That is true.
Keep right. And then
Because they
Overdrive.
would change like the future of like things like LSPDFR, where that's
right.
been on GTA 5 for years. And like I would love to see the mode like LSPDFR in GTA
Yeah.
6. Where like you're not just playing as the criminal, you can also be the police officer. Police officer doing your patrols and stuff.
Keep left.
And
then
hopefully
turn
hoping to
left.
have more interaction with the
Turn
locals.
left.
And you can in GTA 5 without like having to pay for like payware mods or just using all the free mods on the LSPDFR site.
Yeah.
That's like something that I'm looking forward to. Like, there's so much for GTA 6, and it's sad that it's delayed for a year, even though it was supposed to come out in fall of 2025. But things happen, and I mean, I guess they just need more time for either the reason I stated a while ago.
What showed up?
Keep right. And
Ow.
then turn right.
Who showed up?
You.
Turn right.
I'm in a dev cam right now. I'm in a dev cam right now, so just stay there for a minute.
Safe and sound. Snug as a bug.
Helps to put it in gear. And turn the parking brake off. Gay ass horn.
We're gonna do this. I really did not think this one through. Oh god. That lightning was so great.
I hate when my sensitivity is weird on my mouse. Sorry, people. There we go. I'm around the corner here.
How many stops do you have at the waste field?
I only had 2.
Okay. Even though I had 2, I skipped second.
I am a little.
Hey, crank it, cranky, cranky holler.
We're gonna bring her. Oh. Well, at least they allowed me to bump the docks. And we're just gonna circle her right over here. Like as I was saying, like the whole stuff for GTA 6
Oh shit!
is
Shitteroni.
exciting to see. There's a lot of detail that goes in trailer 6. Like, we both were gonna record the day it dropped, but life kind of took over, things happened, so now we're kind of like a month from when it released. Things
So
happened.
the upload
So,
days that we're going to try, we'll definitely do 1 video a month for sure.
up and away.
But we want to do like 2 a month if we have time, because obviously IRL comes first. What do you think with that?
Well, that's good. We just need to schedule a time for getting episode 3 planned, and either definitely getting that
Well,
recorded.
it might be episode 4 or 5 with the said person.
Well, we'll see what happens, but we'll definitely probably post an update on that.
You got anything else, or
No, that's pretty much my spiel.
let me park next to you, and then we'll end it off there once I do that.
No, pretty much my last spiel, like, that I just want to get into, just as a finish off, while he's parking his truck, is that I just want to give a quick overview of my channel and like some of my social medias, and I'm just gonna make a mention of it, and we'll probably mention it again. Like, Myself recently, I was almost blackmailed and scammed, and I just want to give a warning out for people who use Facebook to be careful of who you friend and who you talk to, because there are those folks out there that will try to blackmail you out of explicit images and then try to do harm by creating fear to where you try to give in and pay the person whatever it is that they want.
All right, people.
So, just a word of
We're going to
advice,
end
keep your
podcast here.
profiles on
I have nothing else to
private
go
and-
on about for this episode.
and just be aware who you talk
Cranking
to.
Gears podcast.
But as far as that warning
Robert
goes,
doesn't have
guys,
anything else, I think we'll end it.
is- But I hope
Got
you guys
anything else there,
enjoyed
Robert?
this episode of Cranking Gears podcast, where we crank the gears
Hello?
into high drive and we deliver the loads.
Robert.
We will be ending this here and now,
Hello?
and we are closing it off.
I didn't hear a thing you said.
I was doing my closure.
Oh, I was doing it for both of us.
Yeah, I was also doing it from my end because I was still talking about some things.
Oh. But anyways, I have nothing else going on.
I have nothing more to add.
Robert's YouTube channel will be down in the description box down below. Don't
Same will
forget to
go
hit that
for-
like, share, and subscribe, and post the notification bell turned on so you don't miss another podcast, stream, video, whatever we do. And
And the same will go
we
for Midwest
approve
Hounds,
this
schedule,
video. Till next time, guys.
where, everything in
Stay
his will
happy,
be
stay humble,
posted
stay
down
blessed,
below.
and we'll see you guys later.
But
Adios.
have a good Father's Day, ladies and gentlemen, and I hope you have a good time with your dads. Furthermore, have a good rest of your guys' Father's Day. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in to this episode of Cranking Gears. I hope to see you guys in the next one.